like seeing her mother is doing her some good. For the first time, I fully appreciate how much she's changed since I first saw her tumbling onto the wooden platform, fragile looking, like the impact with the net should have shattered her. She doesn't look fragile anymore, with the shadows of bruises on her face and a new stability in the way she stands, like she's ready for anything. You shouldn't worry, I say to Natalie. Triss looks away. I think she's still angry with me for the way I nicked her ear with that knife. I guess I don't really blame her. You look familiar for some reason, Natalie says. I would think her comment was light-hearted if not for the way she's looking at me, like she's pinning me down. I can't imagine why, I say as coldly as I can manage. I don't make a habit of associating with the Abnegation. She doesn't react the way I expect her to, with surprise or fear or anger. She just laughs. Few people do these days. I don't take it personally. If she does recognize me, she doesn't seem eager to say so. I try to relax. Well, I'll leave you to your reunion, I say. On my screen, the security footage switches from the lobby of the Pyre to the hole hemmed in by 4 buildings, the initiate entrance to Dauntless. A crowd is gathered around the hole, climbing in and out of it, I assume to test the net. Not into visiting day? My supervisor, Gus, stands at my shoulder, sipping from a mug of coffee. He's not that old, but there's a bald spot at the crown of his head. He keeps the rest of his hair short, even shorter than mine. His earlobes are stretched around wide discs. I didn't think I'd see you again until initiation was over. Figured I might as well do something productive. On my screen, everyone crawls out of the hole and stands aside, their backs against one of the buildings. A dark figure inches toward the edge of the roof high above the hole, runs a few steps, and jumps off. My stomach drops like I'm the one falling, and the figure disappears beneath the pavement. I'll never get used to seeing that. They seem to be having a good time, Gus says, sipping his coffee again. Well, you're always welcome to work when you're not scheduled to, but it's not a crime to go and have some mindless fun, He walks away and I mumble, so I'm told. I look over the control room. It's almost empty. On visiting day, only a few people are required to work, and it's usually the oldest ones. Gus is hunched over his screen. 2 others flank him, scanning through footage with their headphones half on, half off. And then there's me. I type in a command, calling up the footage I saved last week. It shows Max in his office, sitting at his computer. He pokes at the keys with an index finger, hunting for the right ones for several seconds between jabs. Not many of the Dauntless know how to type properly, especially Max, who I'm told spent most of his dauntless time patrolling the factionless sector with a gun at his side. He must not have anticipated that he would ever need to use a computer. I lean close to the screen to make sure that the numbers I took down earlier are accurate. If they are, I have Max's account password written on a piece of paper in my pocket. Ever since I realized that Max was working closely with Janine Matthews and began to suspect that they had something to do with Amar's death, I've been looking for a way to investigate further. When I saw him type in his password the other day, I found one. 084628. Yes, the numbers look right. I call up the live security footage again and cycle through the camera feeds until I find the ones that show Max's office and the hallway beyond it. Then I type the command to take the footage of Max's office out of the rotation so Gus and the others won't see it. It will only play on my screen. The footage from the whole city is always divided by however many people are in the control room, so we aren't all looking at the same feeds. We're only supposed to pull footage from the general rotation like that for a few seconds at a time if we need a closer look at something. But hopefully this won't take me long. I slip out of the room and walk toward the elevators. This level of the Pyre is almost empty. Everyone is gone. That will make it easier for me to do what I have to do. I ride the